What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubby here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. Today I've got a story time for you guys about the time one kid in a class ended up smashing his iPhone to show a teacher who was boss, which if you're thinking sounds stupid, that's because it is. Regardless, guys, I figured you would enjoy the video, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into it, press the like button or no joke, no scam. You will have to fight all of the Ninja Turtles one by one in a series of combat challenges. And you don't want that to happen, so press the like button and let's go. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that we all understand that sometimes you gotta take drastic measures to get your point across, you know, sometimes you gotta do something a little bit crazy just so everybody knows that you mean business, but sometimes people take that a little bit too far and end up doing things that they think is helping their argument that really is just hurting them in the long run, and this is basically one of those situations, dude. One day in class, we had a sub who was a little bit of a rule stickler, and a kid smashed his phone in, protest, which sounds as stupid as it was. Regardless, one day I walk into the class and there's this sub that looks like she could potentially transform into a sea devil on a moment's notice, dude. She genuinely just looked like she was one of those things from Percy Jackson that attack him on the first day of school when he gets the pen. The fates, you know, the devil things that are flying around with bat wings. She just looked like at a moment's notice she could transform into an evil. And her eyes, dude, she just had these mean eyes that looked like they could turn you to stone like Medusa. But regardless, the class starts and the sub kinda introduces herself and starts going on this boomer rant about how we're not allowed to use our phones today regardless of there being a sub for some reason, you know. Our generation is so disrespectful and we always want to use our phones when we have a sub, blah 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 blah. Basically about how, you know, it's melting our brains and ruining our attention spans, which I'm not gonna lie, my attention span has gotten worse, but she's doing the usual old people thing, which is all young people suck because of their phones, da 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 da, and everybody's just kinda, you know, rolling their eyes and putting their heads down and getting ready to take a nap. Because listen, sometimes when an adult is going crazy, you just let them go crazy, especially if it's your teacher, because you gotta remember, if your teacher is ranting about how much they hate cell phones and how much kids suck, that's time that they're not trying to teach you the lesson, which is, you know, time where you don't have to do any work. So whenever a teacher started ranting about something, usually the class would just let them get going. So when our sub is just kind of going off about, you know, how our brains are ruined and we're all being fried because of Facebook, most of the class is alright, at least we won't have to do any work, and she'll just kind of have to explain to the teacher why none of our work got done, and it's kind of her fault. But for some reason, dude, as our teacher is going on and on about this, one of this kid decides that he's gonna start fighting with her, and he starts trying to reason with her and explain, you know, that the internet has the wealth of knowledge at our fingertips and how we can access it at any time, and all the good parts of the internet, which I'm not gonna lie is true. The internet has a lot of good, but his main argument was that we use the internet to learn all the time. And let's be honest here, yeah, I've used the internet for school assignments before, but most of the time when I'm on the internet, it's not like I'm being a studious person using the wealth of knowledge at my fingertips. Yes, I can learn anything about any subject, but instead of learning a Harvard level economics, I just play a lot of Minecraft. That's what we usually use technology for. And even then, dude, he's just kind of going at it with this lady, and she's obviously a boomer who just thinks the internet is the worst thing ever, so they're going back and forth, and yeah, 90% of the time on the internet we are wasting our time anyways, so he's just arguing with her about how great the internet is, and all of a sudden it starts to get really heated, dude. It's like a Wii tennis match with your worst enemy. They start yelling at each other, they're getting passionate, you know. She starts saying that he's a deluded idiot, which obviously makes him angry, and they're going back and forth, and obviously the class is just sitting there listening oh my goodness, in today's episode of Classroom Court, this teacher tries to 1v1 and potentially rearrange the face of a small child. The entire class is just looking at it, because let's be honest, everybody says that I'm not the one who likes to watch when the class has a fight, but yeah, we all are. When the teacher's yelling at somebody and you're arguing, everybody's paying attention. That's just what happened. And the substitute teacher says something along the lines of how he's like literally addicted to his phone and he'd never be able to quit it, and that's why he's arguing so much with the teacher, is because he's like too stupid to be able to quit it even if he wanted to, right? Which is really rude, but at the same time, this lady doesn't know us. Like, she's our sub for the day, dude, and sometimes people that don't know you are gonna criticize you and you've gotta just kind of let it roll off you. Like, if you know that you're not so addicted to your iPhone that you have withdrawals without it, then it really shouldn't matter if some random 80-year-old lady says it to you. But this kid starts explaining that he's not addicted to his phone and can stop using it whenever he wants. And he's like playing her game, bro. Her game was to make him, you know, obviously like look a little bit crazy. And here he is swearing that he's not addicted to his phone, which is kind of what addicts do. They swear they're not addicted to things. And the kid, for whatever reason, is still arguing back and forth. And he decides that like he's gonna prove that he's not addicted to his phone at all. So he asks her what he should do to like prove that he could quit his phone at any time. And the teacher gets this like evil smile on her face, dude. Like, you know, if Dr. Doofenshmirtz actually made an innator that worked, that level of smile across her face. And she's like, oh, I have something in mind. All right, guys, I'm gonna interrupt the story time for a second. On screen is a PlayStation gift card. I give away a gift card every day just as a way to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed. It does mean a lot. I guess 80% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so, you know, if you're not, be sure to press that button, turn on notifications. You have nothing to lose. It's literally free. You can always unsub, and I give money away every day, so you got nothing to lose. But yeah, big thank you to everyone who is subscribed and has on notifications. I do really appreciate it. And next, certainly last but not least, check out this merch. Oh my goodness, dude. You put this on a shirt and I guarantee you, you will just be the envy of everyone over the age of 35. Middle-aged women will be screaming your name across the street, dude. Link in the description. And she says that the only way for him to prove it was to destroy his phone, because an addict wouldn't be able to do that. Like, there's no way that an addict would be able to destroy the thing that he's addicted to. And the kid decides to go with it, which is insane to me, dude. Like, you literally just met this lady 30 minutes ago and you've now officially let her convince you to destroy your phone to prove to her that you're not addicted to your phone. But it doesn't matter, because you would have just never seen this lady again. Like, how are you gonna get baited into destroying your iPhone by a substitute teacher who was trying to say that your phone is rotting your brain and making you dumber? Like, yeah, oh yeah, iPhones are making us dumber. You guys were the generation that was putting asbestos in walls. I'm not the generation with mesothelioma lawsuits, now am I? I'm not saying that you guys were extra stupid, but I'm just saying that we're stupid because of our phones is just insulting. We're stupid because of many other things, not just our electronic devices. But regardless, dude, he gets up and he puts his phone on the ground and he's screaming at the subs saying that he's gonna do it, dude. And she's just playing along because she's a crazy person who does not care if this kid destroys her iPhone. And I think she genuinely thought that like they were evil, dude. She probably thought somehow in some weird convoluted way that she was like doing this kid a bunch of good by convincing him to destroy his own phone. So sure enough, he puts it on the ground and he lifts up his desk, and as you know, at like the bottom of the desk there's the little, you know, foot thing that kind of rotates a little bit, and he just kind of starts slamming it onto the phone, and you can see the phone cracking and you can hear like the crunch of the electronics getting smashed, and it just hurts to watch, dude, because this guy had like one of the newer iPhones and he's just destroying it because this lady like managed to bait him into trying to prove something that doesn't matter anyways, dude. So the entire class is just kind of cringing at the sight of this. So this guy is like smashing his phone with his desk, and the entire class is sitting there in stunned silence because this is just the wildest thing we've ever seen. And finally he picks it up and it's all smashed and destroyed, and he like points it at the teacher and he screams, "Are you happy now?" And I'm not even kidding, the teacher, you know that creepy smile I was talking about earlier, dude, she has that from ear to ear. She looks like Darth Palpatine when like Darth Vader started giving in to his hatred, man. Like, yes, yes. She looks so ecstatic, and he's pissed. He's like, "Are you happy now?" And she's smiling and she's like, "Yeah," which is kind of crazy behavior. This kid really just destroyed his iPhone and she's sitting here smiling thinking that it's hilarious. Anyways, after he smashes it, maybe like 10 seconds later, he just kind of storms out of the room all angrily. He was obviously upset, and I'm sure it's because he was realizing that he just destroyed his phone for no reason. Like, yeah, are you happy now? You did prove her, you did make her happy. You kind of proved her right, man. And so he just kind of storms out, probably like, oh my god, what did I just do? And he even then, how are you going to try to explain that to your parents? Like, we were all in high school not having new iPhone money, so what, he goes home, hey dad, I actually had to destroy my phone because this old lady that was a substitute teacher for our class kept telling me that I was addicted to it and that, there's no way I was going to be able to quit, so I decided to teach her a lesson and just destroyed my phone in front of her instead to really show her that I'm not an idiot. And your dad would look at you and go, son, I've done a lot of things in my life, but raising you might be the worst. I'm just saying, chances are you're not gonna get a new iPhone at that point, dude. Like, I feel like most parents are gonna draw the line there and just hit you with the, you can get a job and get your own, but no, if you're just gonna destroy your new phone every time your substitute teacher baits you into, like, thinking you're addicted, I don't know what to tell you. The class at that point, though, was so horrified. Like, after that kid left, he didn't come back for the rest of the class period, but anytime she would say anything, the class like immediately did it, dude. We were the most well-behaved I'd ever seen our class for the rest of that year. So as weird as it sounds, like it did kind of get us all to behave because we were terrified. We just watched her like make this kid have a mental breakdown and destroy his phone with ease before she even called roll. And here we were, and she's like, do your homework. Yes, ma'am, please don't use your evil witchcraft on me. And the rumors got around very quick too, dude. Like by lunch, everybody was walking up to me asking what happened in that class, which I'm not surprised, but obviously it got exaggerated. Like, the story I told is what happened, but by the time I got to lunch, it was like, dude, is it true that he threw the phone at the teacher and she caught it and crushed it with her titanium hand that she had from a comic book? Because obviously rumors just spiral very, very quickly in high school, dude. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. They just get out of control so fast. So, yeah, we ended up trying to calm down the rumor, but for the most part, he kind of was known as the guy who, like, fought the super KGB former retired superhero substitute teacher lady. So he did get kind of some cool rep for it. I guess that's a plus, but the downside is he didn't have an iPhone, so I don't really know if that was worth it in my opinion. Like, yeah, now you don't got blue text messages. No shorties are gonna want to be texting you, dude. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. Subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. If you don't know what to comment, just go ahead and comment the word iPhone down below. I would appreciate it. It just helps the video do better. If you want more content from me, I do have a podcast called The Scuffed Cast. I'll put a link in the description. And the intro song will be in the description below as well if you're interested. Other than that, my TikTok is @ScrubbyStories. Check out the haha merch that I plugged earlier. Link will be in the description. The Instagram's @Scrubby. Twitter is @Scrubby_69. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.